Today I want to quickly explain what is a responsive website. A lot of people confuse mobile websites with responsive websites versus the old school way where your website just scaled down smaller and smaller to where you couldn't read it. That is non-responsive. So the old school way of building sites when phones came out was you had your desktop version, and if you were using a phone, you got basically served a different website. So you get kicked over to like mobile.muletowndigital.com, and you could see the site sort of shrunk down and reconfigured for mobile. What responsive websites did was eliminated the need for two different sites. So your website, when you load it on desktop, if you were to grab the side of your browser and start shrinking it down, you should see things start to move around. They'll shift, menu items will change, they'll go away, triggers will appear, pictures will scale, text will either increase or decrease in size. Your website should fluidly move from desktop to responsive and responsive back to desktop. There are lots of views, okay? So there used to be where you could, set up, like I had a view at this size, a view at this size. There were only a few devices. But now between the Google notebooks, the Apple iPad, the Pro size, the phones, the small phones, huge. I mean, we browse here on 27, 37, 42-inch monitors, right? So the website should look different when I'm looking at a massive widescreen monitor versus when I load it on my iPad in the up and down view. So the truth is that responsive is sort of a mixture of the old school way of doing things merged into one site. So if you're not sure if your site's responsive, grab the sidebar of your Chrome or your Firefox or Safari or whatever you're browsing on your desktop and shrink so that your screen is about this size on the browser. If your website doesn't move, it's not responsive. Because mobile traffic now is accounting for way over 50% of the internet, it is more and more and more crucial your website be responsive. And not just like it sort of works on mobile, but more like it is designed for mobile and it also works really well on desktop. But like mobile used to be able to be an afterthought. Now with the way Google is ranking sites based on mobile performance, your mobile speed test is what Google looks at to decide how well your website is optimized for traffic. And it is a ranking factor. So if you have terrible mobile experience on your website, you're going to get dinged on Google and likely deranked completely at some point down the road. So make sure your website works and don't get confused about all the different terminology. When someone says responsive website, what they really mean is a site that works effectively no matter how small or wide your screen gets. The website is still functional. Now, how functional depends on your budget and the features your website has and all those things, but it should work for you at any screen size. If you're seeing that thing where you drag your screen down and your whole entire website just shrinks up and your logo is microscopic and your text is tiny, you're not responsive and you're going to lose any ranking you have. At some point, it's going to just be gone. But more importantly, you're losing 60% of your visitors. So if you've only got 500 people coming to your website a month, 300 and something of them, they're not going to be able to effectively use your site. So understand responsive, what that means, and make sure that your website is responsive. There's no reason at this point why it shouldn't be. Let us know if you need anything. We're at hello@muletowndigital.com. We'd be glad to take a look for you if you're not sure what you're looking at. But get responsive, keep up with technology, and know that mobile devices rule in the space right now, especially when people are searching for things. Most searches now are almost all in the mobile space. So you got to make sure you're up to date on that. I hope this is helpful. Take care. Bye.